What's going on, guys? What's his name here? Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a side cast. We'll go with that instead of our podcast. I just want to talk a little bit about The Last of Us, the TV show. You guys already know I'm a huge fan of The Last of Us. You know that it's my favorite game and all the other good stuff, but I haven't really shared too much with anybody what my thoughts are in compared to the game. Now, I've told everybody. I've talked about it on the podcast. Even it's my favorite game, right? And it's just when they cast the characters, the people to play the characters. I did not have high expectations for most of them. I was actually a little disappointed. Like as a fan, you kind of have people who are rumored and that you're excited about the potential. And then I feel like they casted, at the time, I felt, I should say, that they casted people who were not Joel and Ellie. And I know it's a TV show, it's not that serious. But anyway, I did not think that I would be able to feel what I felt from the game with the characters that they cast, with the people that they cast for the characters. So, fast forward to the show. They've got a cool introduction to it that's not in the game where, it's set in the 60s. It's a really cool thing that sets up the possibility of the fungus actually taking over like it did. It gives us kind of like a reason. Really short, really good, I thought, and I think it's effective. I think they did a good job with it. It was kind of, people could sit and be like, I wonder, So anyway, then we get to the regular time and full-on character development with Sarah, who is Joel's daughter. It was really good. She was great in it. It lets us attach to, lets us kind of dig deeper into who she was, before, the game events happened. And I'm gonna try to be as spoiler-free as I can, but chances are if you're watching this and you've played the game, obviously you know what's gonna happen. But I saw the post stuff, and the director was talking about how they almost wanted to make her the protagonist, of the first part of the TV show, which was pretty cool because that was definitely not the case, in the game. So they obviously changed some events and whatever, and I'm fine with the events so far that they changed. It all helps with the story, moves the story forward. So we get into modern day, right? The events happen. Okay, cool. We're on modern day, and then we meet Tess. Tess, I don't love the Tess that I see right now. They do not portray her with the same strength and kind of I don't know what the right word is, but I feel like they've stripped her from some of her power in the TV show. I think in the game we got the impression that Tess didn't really need Joel for muscle or anything like that. It was just like she could do everything on her own, and I don't get that impression with in the TV show. Then we meet Marlene. Obviously, she's perfect because she's the voice in the game. She does a great job actually acting. That's all great. The Fireflies are cool. The story of how Ellie gets there, it's a little bit muddled right now, and I don't love that introduction to her in terms of like her being chained up, but I don't think that's the story arc in the game. But we don't really get those details in the game, so maybe not. But she should be. I can't speak. In the game, Marlene is somebody who she loves and trusts, and I think they tried to show that a little bit in the show, but we never could get there based on the events that were there. It just wasn't long enough, and in the game we didn't see any of it. We just knew that they had that trust and love. So that's a little bit off for me. Again, not that serious because the the game, I mean, the show is moving forward anyway, and it's good, and we got to what we needed to get to about Joel and Tess having to go on this journey with Ellie, and bring her to the Fireflies and all that other good stuff. So it's there. It's where we need to be. I like the introduction between Ellie and Joel. I like that neither one of them like each other right off the jump, right from jump, and it's a cool interaction. Let me backstep a little bit. All of the main characters, Ellie, Joel, Tommy, everybody that I heard was playing when they were casted, I was not in love with, except for Nick Offerman, because I think he's awesome, and we haven't seen Bill yet, but Nick's playing Bill, and that'd be cool. But anyway, I digress. So Ellie, our introduction to her, she is just a badass, and it's cool, and they do a good job with it, and she has moments of kind of emotional weakness or clarity. I don't know what it is, but she has soft moments where like you're like, okay, that's Ellie, because Ellie wasn't just a badass. Like she had some of those moments, whatever. Then we get to the parts where they're taking her, out, and the interaction. It felt like this whole scene was kind of sped up. Obviously, the game, we're learning characters. We're learning gameplay. We're doing all this stuff that we don't need to do all that in the TV show, and I completely understand that. But there was a lot of kind of like personality development traits like inside the tunnels, and while you're kind of hiding from the military when they're up above, and there's all these things that you got to do, and really we just have one interaction. It's the interaction where they test Ellie, and there's cool events that happen there. The final opinion I have of the characters off of episode 1 is Tommy. I don't necessarily love yet. I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's much. Other than I have to wait to see, because we only saw pre-events Tommy, and it was kind of like loose, whatever, and we didn't really get a ton with him. Joel, I'm gonna give him like kind of, I guess I'll say, a B right now. I think he's missing a little bit of the soul of Joel, which is hard to articulate, right? I mean, like, how could you say, hey, I need more of Joel's soul? But it's just a feeling. Like I already told you what I think about Tess, but Ellie, she nailed it. She's got it. I'm hooked. I'm happy with her. And like I said, I wasn't before. I didn't think she had it, but I think she was perfect. And I'm coming to the realization that I don't need them to look, exactly like the characters. I don't need them to sound exactly like the characters, So I think as it progresses, I will lose a little bit of my like unwillingness to let go. Maybe that's what it is right now. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. I'm giving the first episode a B, and I know it's crazy because I know I'm in the minority, and I know that so many people are just loving the show, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not saying I didn't like it. To be such a fan of the game, when I see things that I don't feel like are true or living all the way up to my expectations of the characters and their development, like that's when I kind of, sit back and kind of look like, well, let's see where this goes. Obviously they're all talented actors, so I think we're going to get there. And I think when it's all said and done, I'm probably going to be the guy who said this was the greatest show ever, and I love it, all that other good stuff. But I didn't want to stop watching, so that's good. I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm locked into it. I can't. I was talking to Cuz Hank, who does a lot of like our comments and stuff like that. And he's a friend, and and he and I are in the same boat about like cannot wait to see the next episode. We're gonna watch it, right away, and I'm sure we'll talk to each other about it right when it's over, like we did last time. I think I'm more critical of the show as a fan. I'm almost like protecting the game. But I think I'm rambling long enough. So overall, like I said, my score of the first episode is a B. Definitely enjoyable. If you haven't played the game, you might come away with it with an A, because the story's there. To me, it's just missing some pieces, which it's gonna have to miss pieces. I get it, but I've seen all these hype videos of all reviewers, and they're talking about the adaptation. I saw one where they're like, it's line by line, but it's not. There's some that are line by line, but it's not line by line. It's not something that you're gonna say, oh my god, that was exactly like the game, that was perfect. But again, it's not made for me, it's made for everybody, and it's gonna put out, it's got to give us other things. I didn't like the Robert sequences. I just thought they weren't enough. What else? That's really about it. I didn't see anything in there with any kind of guitar mention, and I don't remember if they did that in the beginning or not of the game, but I hope the guitar is part of this journey. I think it would have to be, right? But I don't know. Anyway, what I want to know is what you guys think. What was your impression? Did you absolutely love it? Were there things that bothered you, things that concerned you? I will go back and watch it again. I probably will watch a couple of them and then go back and watch like 3 or 4 again, like in the beginning, just to speed myself back up and either fall more in love with the characters or figure some things out that, whatever the case may be. But anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. I know that guy appreciates the support. He didn't watch the show, and he hasn't played the game since the first one came out. So it's been a very long time for him. So I'm sure he doesn't mind that I'm on here doing this, because otherwise he'd just be looking at my face, and that'd be kind of weird. But appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great night, day, morning, whatever. As always, please like it. Please subscribe. Please comment. All the good stuff. Share it. Whatever you want to do. Cut and paste. Send a picture of it to your mom. I don't know. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.